welcome to Book and Puppet Company's Story Hour. This is our afternoon story hour, and we're going to have the story of Ferdinand by Monroe Leaf. Drawings by Robert Lawson.
Andy?
Yes?
I have something to tell you.
Are you Ferdinand the Bull?
Well, I was gonna be a Ferdinand.
Yes.
Because I'm a cow.
Yes.
But I had a little problem on the way over here.
A problem on the way?
Yeah. You want to see? I don't know. I'm kind of embarrassed to show you.
Okay.
You want to see? What
Yes.
the problem is? All right. Okay. I'm kind of embarrassed, so don't laugh. All right.
Sorry.
You weren't supposed to laugh.
Sorry. I couldn't help myself. That's very
Anyway,
silly.
I lost my body, and now I can't be in the puppet show.
Would it be okay if this cow can be in the puppet show?
No, I have a replacement.
The children said you could.
I asked my friend, the ram, to do it.
The ram?
Yeah.
Would it be okay if the ram would do it? The children said you could do it, or the ram could do it. Or maybe you could both do it.
I'm ready to be a bull.
Look what a good bull the ram makes. He is big and strong, and I'm just a little cow.
Well, I'm sure that there's some extra bulls and cows in this story.
Well, I'll just watch. I need to get my body replaced.
Okay, the miracles of modern medicine. And now we're going to have the story of Ferdinand. Have a little bit of reflection on Ferdinand. There he is. The story of Ferdinand. Once upon a time in Spain. That was like Spanish music. That's pretty good, right? Once upon a time in Spain, there was a little bull. And his name was... Do you remember what his name is? Ferdinand!
That's me.
This is when you were a little bull.
Oh, I didn't know I was ever that small.
Yeah, you were a baby bull.
I was a baby bull.
Even bulls could be babies. All the other little bulls he lived with would run and jump and butt their heads together. A boom-bitty-boom-bitty-boom. A boom-bitty-boom-bitty-boom. But not Ferdinand.
Not me?
Yeah, not Ferdinand.
I didn't do it.
Exactly. He liked to sit just quietly and smell the flowers.
Yeah, you're supposed to be like a bowl of peas.
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
I didn't know that. I thought I was supposed to bash people with my horns.
No, you're supposed to be a peaceful, nice bull who doesn't want to hurt anyone.
See how nice Ferdinand is?
Oh, okay. All right. I can do that.
Can you? Can you do it?
I can do it.
All right, because we might have to cast somebody else in this play.
No, I'm good. I don't need to bash anybody with my horns.
All right, you want to smell some flowers? Here's some flower for you.
I'm supposed to smell flowers?
You want to smell flowers? Did you smell the flowers? They're very good flowers. Oh.
Here, I brought you some flowers so you could smell them.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Oh.
Would you like to wear a garland of flowers?
I would like that, yes.
Here, I'll put them on you. I'll decorate your horns.
Oh, thank you.
He had a favorite spot out in the pasture
That's very nice.
under a cork tree.
I like to sit under the tree.
Yes, you have to sit under this tree here. You like to sit under a tree.
I'll be the tree. I'm the tree, so I'm gonna be the tree.
Oh, very good. You can be the tree that Ferdinand likes to sit under.
Very nice.
It was his favorite tree, and he would sit in its shade all day and smell the flowers. Sometimes his mother, who was a cow, would worry about him. She was afraid he would be lonesome.
Oh, don't worry, Mother. I have plenty of company in these flowers and this tree.
Well, she would say, "Why don't you run and play with the other little bulls? And skip and butt your head," she would say. But Ferdinand would shake his head. "I like it better here, where I can sit just quietly and smell the flowers."
Yes.
Very nice. That was so nice. It's a very nice little bull. His mother saw that he was not lonesome, and because she was an understanding mother, even though she was a cow, she let him just sit there and be happy.
I am happy here.
I'll make the cowbell. Take a deep breath. That's nice. The end. Oh, excuse me, there's extra pages.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, I thought this was the end because it seemed like it was the end.
It was very peaceful.
There he's happy, and that seems like it should be the end. I wonder what happens after this.
I don't know. I'm worried about the tree. What if someone butts into the tree with their horns?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I wouldn't do that. Yes, but some of those bulls might.
Okay, let's see what happens next. As the years went by, like a clock going around. Here's the clock going on. As the years went by, Ferdinand grew, and you know about how this works, grew, and grew until he was very big and strong. Here's some kind of buzzard that came to check it out. And there's Ferdinand. He's still... All the other bulls who had grown up with him in the same pasture would fight each other all day. They would butt each other and stick each other with their horns. What they wanted most was to be picked to fight at the bull fights in Madrid. And here's all the bulls. They were looking at a poster. It says, "Bull Fight" in Madrid. They all want to fight. But not Ferdinand.
Not me.
He still liked to sit just quietly under the cork tree and smell the flowers.
And I like to wear flowers on my horns.
He didn't change.
You're a very nice bull. Thank you.
One day, 5 men came in very big funny hats. Here's the men in the funny hats. They came in big funny hats to pick the biggest, fastest, roughest bull to fight in the bull fights in Madrid. All the other bulls ran around snorting and butting, leaping and jumping, so the men would think they were the very, very strong and fierce and pick them.
I have a feeling something's going to happen. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling something scary is about to happen.
I don't know what could...
Uh-oh. I think something...
Ferdinand knew that they wouldn't pick him.
They're not going to pick me for sure. I don't want to be in the bullfight.
He didn't care.
I don't like it.
He went out to his favorite cork tree to sit down. Very nice. There he is. He doesn't have to worry about anything because they're not going to pick him. He didn't look where he was sitting, and instead of sitting on the nice cool grass in the shade, he sat on a bumblebee. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm just going to sit down right here.
Well, if you were a bumblebee and a bull sat on you, what would you do? You would sting him, and that is just what this bee did to Ferdinand. The bee stung Ferdinand. Wow, did it hurt? Ferdinand jumped with a snort. He ran around puffing and snorting, butting and pawing the ground as if he were crazy. The 5 men saw him. The 5 men saw him, and they jumped for joy. Here was the largest and fiercest bull of all. Just the one for the bullfights in Madrid. Oh, this is weird. The men think he's the one for the bullfights. This is a big mistake. So they took him away.
And I lost my flower garland.
They took him away. Yeah, you did. They took him away for the bullfight in a cart.
Oh no, they're taking me away in a cart. Goodbye, tree. Goodbye, tree. Oh no, Ferdinand, they're taking you away.
They took him away for the bullfight day in a cart.
Oh no.
Okay, now it's time for the bullfight day. Let's see. What a day it was. Flags were flying. Bands were playing. And all the lovely ladies had flowers in their hair. Look, the ladies have a flower in their hair. This is a lot of flowers in her hair.
I like flowers.
Here's the signs that say, Ferdinando, Ferdinando. They had a parade into the bull ring. Let's see. A parade in the bull ring. Who's going to come in the parade? First came the bandilleros with long, sharp pins with ribbons on them to stick in the bull and make him mad. This is weird.
Hooray!
Oh, a lady with a flower! A lady with the flower in her hair is here. Next came the picadores, who rode skinny horses, and they had long spears to stick in the bull and make him madder.
Hooray for the picadores!
Then came the matador, the proudest of all. He thought he was very handsome, and he bowed to the ladies. He had a red cape and a sword, and was supposed to he was supposed to stick the bull last of all. Wow.
Oh, he's so handsome.
I don't know why they're going to do this to that bull.
Oh no, everything's about sticking in something into the bull.
Then came the bull, and you know who that was, don't you? Ferdinand. It was Ferdinand.
Hooray for the bull!
Oh, she said hooray for me.
They called him Ferdinand the Fierce. And all the bandilleros were afraid of him, and the picadores were afraid of him, and the matador was scared stiff.
I don't know why they're so scared of me.
Ferdinand ran to the middle of the ring, and everyone shouted and clapped because they thought he was going to fight fiercely.
Hooray for the bull! Ferdinand the fierce! Ferdinand the mean! Ferdinand the vicious! Ferdinand the violent! Ferdinand the crusher and the killer and the monster!
What is he talking about?
They thought he was going to fight fiercely and butt and snort and stick his horns around. But not Ferdinand.
Not me.
When he got to the middle of the ring, he saw the flowers in all the lovely ladies' hair.
Oh, look at those flowers.
And he just sat down quietly and smelled.
That smells good.
He wouldn't fight. and be fierce, no matter what they did. He just sat and smelled.
Stop sticking me with pins.
And the bandilleros were mad. And the picadores were madder. And the matador was so mad he cried because he couldn't show off with his cape and sword. Because Ferdinand just sat there and smelled. So they had to take Ferdinand home.
Well, bye. Thanks for letting me smell your flowers.
Here, let me give you a garland for your horns. I thought you were very handsome.
You did?
Yes.
Thank you.
For all I know, he is sitting there still, under his favorite cork tree, smelling the flowers just quietly. And he is very happy.
I'm glad I didn't get stuck with too many pins and stuff.
The end. I think you should be careful not to sit on a bee.
Yeah, bees are a lot worse.
Yeah, bees are worse.
Especially when they sting you in that special sensitive spot.
I know, don't sit on it for sure.
Right on your bum.
Yeah, so this is The Story of Ferdinand by Monroe Leaf, illustrated by Robert Lawson. And thank you for coming to Story Hour with Book and Puppet.